Good morning, everybody. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and this morning I'm joined by Chief David Butler of the Indian Harbor Beach Police Department, also Chief Michael DeMorad of the Sheriff's Office, Chief Dan Singleton of the Sheriff's Office, and Commander Vic DeSantis of our investigative services. This morning we want to give everybody an update on a missing persons case that originally started in Indian Harbor Beach on February 18th. Missing persons case of Nancy Howry, age 44. To kind of start as we're giving this update, I'm going to ask Chief Butler to kind of fill us in on how his agency received the information that initially started the case, and then we'll give you further updates as we go.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good morning. I'm Chief Butler with the Indian Harbor Beach Police Department. On February 18th, the Indian Harbor Beach Police Department received a report of a missing Indian Harbor Beach resident, 44-year-old Nancy Howry. She was reported missing by her ex-husband and 2 children. They explained that on February 15th, Nancy was supposed to pick up her children from school, however failed to do so. After multiple attempts to contact her failed, they contacted the police department to report her missing. We immediately initiated a missing person investigation. A check of her phone records revealed her last known location was in Port Malabar Rifle and Gun Club on February 15th. Detectives responded to the area, but was unable to locate Nancy or her phone. On February 19th, a Palm Bay resident called to report a suspicious vehicle on Oakleaf Street in Palm Bay. Officers responded and discovered Mrs. Howry's 2014 Honda Odyssey abandoned on the side of the road. Indian Harbor Beach detectives responded and requested the assistance of the sheriff's bloodhound team to help with the search. The K-9 team responded and used 2 separate bloodhounds to search the area, but met with negative results. The investigation revealed that Mrs. Howry was last seen on February 15th visiting a friend in Palm Bay. This friend told us that she was supposed to meet her boyfriend, Daniel Stern, of Palm Bay, at a location in Palm Bay. At that point was the last time anyone seen or heard from Nancy. At that point, I requested the assistance of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office and asked they assume control of the investigation to ensure all jurisdictional requirements were adhered to. Sheriff Ivey sent out his investigative team, which consisted of 5 detectives. They responded within an hour and assumed control of the investigation. Sheriff.
Thank you, Chief. So as we said, this case started as a missing persons case, and this morning we are standing in what's commonly referred to as the compound in Palm Bay, as the case is now transitioned from a missing persons case to a homicide. Our team partnered with Indian Harbor Beach to work this case. And what I can tell you at this point is, first of all, this case took a sad turn from missing person to homicide. Late last night, our team arrested Daniel Stern on 2nd-degree murder with a firearm, tampering with evidence, and mutilation of a dead body. Mr. Stern was developed very early on as a suspect in this case. In fact, there was an initial interview with him where he showed significant signs of deception. I'm going to try and give you a little timeline as this thing is unfolded. Stern and our victim were at one time involved in a relationship. The victim was, as Chief said, last seen on the 15th by a friend. And then on the 19th of February, her vehicle was recovered by Palm Bay PD. Indian Harbor Beach PD contacted us on the 20th, asked for our assistance, and Commander DeSantis, his team, our crime scene unit, all began to get involved. As we said, we had our bloodhounds involved from the very beginning of this case. Stern was, as we said early on, developed as a suspect, not only because of their relationship, but also because of how we believe they initially met through a social media site. Working the case as a missing persons in partnership, we interviewed Stern. Actually, the first interview of Stern was by Palm Bay PD, and then the second interview was by our team. In both of those interviews, he showed significant areas of deception and truly identified himself as a prime suspect in the case. This past week, our team heated him up a little bit, and by that I mean we contacted him several times, trying to put him on edge that things were developing in the case. As a result of heating him up, we assigned Game Over, our task force, Game Over task force. We assigned our fugitive unit and our aviation team to conduct 24-hour surveillance on Stern. Ultimately, the surveillance led us here to the compound and there's actually 5 different crime scenes here within the compound. Our crime scene team has done a phenomenal job in processing this. As you can tell, it's pretty broad out here, moving from one location to the other. What we know from the surveillance is that he came out here. He at one point suspected that he might be being followed, so he was doing some counter surveillance between our STAR, our aviation unit, our Game Over Task Force, who does surveillance each and every day, and our fugitive unit, who fits that same mold of surveillance every day on suspects. Our team was able to follow him. They at one point actually followed him here near the location we're currently at, and they were able, while they were surveilling him, to determine that he was burying the body. And he had actually, from what our investigation has showed us at this point, he had actually burned the body in an effort to destroy any possible evidence. Once we encountered that on our surveillance, we immediately took him into custody. And then late yesterday evening, in fact, throughout the day, he not only confessed to his part in the murder, but also to trying to destroy the body by burning it and then burying it. This case is ongoing. I will tell you that we are absolutely certain this is an isolated incident. And Mr. Stern is in custody, as I said, for second-degree murder. He's also being held on no bond. And our team continues to work this case, working in concert with not only Indian Harbor Beach, but also with our state attorney's office in the filing of the charges. This is a horrific individual. We did a search warrant last night at his location, at his house, recovered multiple firearms. We still, at this point, obviously, we will have DNA being involved from FDLE. We'll have other matters of the crime scene that will at one point completely identify our victim. At this point, we do believe, based upon his confession, based upon the evidence we have, that unfortunately the body that we have recovered is that of Ms. Howery. We are continuing to work this case, and I will tell you that this is a joint effort, and I will also tell you that I'm extremely proud of our team for their hard work. Game Over Task Force, Fugitive Unit, and Aviation, approximately 50+ hours of surveillance on this individual to bring us to this point of this investigation, where this individual is off our streets and the family has some closure of their child. So we will we'll continue to bring you updates. Our PIO, Todd Goodyear, will get further updates for you as we go throughout the day. At this time, Chief, I don't know if you have anything you'd like to add from your agency perspective.
Yes, the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Wayne Ivey, has an outstanding and long history of working closely with all Brevard County law enforcement agencies. This case was no exception. The outstanding effort that his team put together to help bring this case to a conclusion was nothing short of outstanding. I want to thank the Sheriff and his entire team for their assistance. Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. So as I said, we'll be giving further updates throughout the day. The individual is off the street. This is, as I said, an isolated incident, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of Ms. Howery. And again, I can't commend our team enough for the work they did in this case to bring closure to the family.